Hi everyone, welcome to Quarantine Parenting. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being with me. I'm really excited that we are here today. It's Friday, yay! And then I get to spend some time with you. So if you're just joining my channel, my name is Dr. Courtney Pegram and I'm an educational consultant. I do executive coaching, business coaching, parent coaching, I run assemblies, I do anti-bullying, anti-violence work. I do a lot of training for corporate on bullying, conflict, workplace harassment, sexual harassment. When you think training, that's what I do. So the whole reason I made this is because I wanted to provide parents with resources that are easily accessible, that I could tell you what worked for me, what didn't, and why. And also that you could pick and choose to see what works for you. And also this is for me. It's a way for me to get an outlet, to get the information out there so that maybe I'm helping someone. And I'm also helping myself because I have to do some research and I have to put my thoughts together. So it's bringing full circle us together as a community. So this week we were focusing on isolation and loneliness. So I put together some of the strategies that we've talked about in a format that might give you some new ideas, creative solutions, so that during the day or even after a few days, if you're feeling really isolated and lonely, you may want to try these strategies. They could be helpful. So I did a lot of research this morning and I came up with the top that have been proven, and then I spun them in a way that we can use because there's not a lot of research yet out, of course, on isolation and loneliness with COVID-19. So I compiled everything and kind of tweaked it so that when we're quarantined in our house, we can use these strategies. So let's get to it. Okay, so my first strategy was small talk on social media. So if it's interacting with someone, commenting, liking a picture, I think that it really helps when we feel lonely to reach out to people that maybe we wouldn't usually talk to. It could be someone you follow, a long lost friend. Just reach out, say hi. So not just liking the picture, but actually commenting on it or sending them a message can open the doors to communication. You can catch up, or you can say like, hey, I really love your picture or your post, and say, I'm with you, or you made me laugh today. That's small talk that we typically do, before a meeting or when we're in an elevator or, when we're passing each other at the office. Well, try to do that on social media. So the reason I challenge you to talk to strangers, it opens up curiosity and new relationships. If not, just reach out to people that you're friends with and you haven't said hi to in a long while. I think too, giving compliments and sharing positive words or words of encouragement is really helpful. I just remember someone a few weeks ago talking about how she was feeling isolated. Her business was in kaputs. And I reached out to her on the message and just say, hey, hope you're doing well. I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm with you. And then in a personal message, I opened up more and said I feel you and I'm I'm there with you and this is scary. And if you ever need anything, you can reach out. But thank you for posting that message because I didn't feel so alone. See right there, it's not just hey, let me know if you need anything, but it's also sharing the impact that person had on you. So that's why I feel it gives more depth when you not only say hey, I'm here for you if you need anything, but more thanks for doing that, or I appreciate you. Those positive words create connection, and it really helps us be more connected versus disconnected. So that's what I would do for social media. Another idea, few of them. So with LinkedIn and Facebook, and I don't know, obviously if someone has a picture of their birthday, you can wish happy birthday, but going through your dailies and seeing whose birthday it is and wishing them a happy birthday, not just hitting the button that says happy birthday, but actually writing a message. Hey, quarantine birthday, hope you're having fun, love seeing the family, pictures, anything. But actually writing a personal message for birthday wishes is really meaningful. I know that we all read them. I go through them individually and they warm my heart. So I think that at this point, those words, happy birthday, can be really powerful. And you see birthdays on LinkedIn too, so you can do that in a professional setting. Send them a personal message. Congratulate people when they get a new job on LinkedIn. But just don't hit the button where it says like, congrats, add a personal note. Hey, I hope the transition goes well. Or I'm excited to see what you're going to be up to. Or I love watching you grow in your career. Words of encouragement are super powerful now. So those are different ideas we can do on social media. I had one more. So this one, finding groups like on Facebook or LinkedIn, they have groups too, and that have similar interests in you. So if you're interested, if you're a mom, working mom, there's a ton of groups regionally, locally. Join for a few groups. Just try to stay away the drama-filled groups or the ones that have a lot of judgment, hate, conflict. There's some of them. But join groups that you like, that you have interests. So I'm interested in writing. I love writing. I love reading. So I've joined a few writing groups and then reading groups. And I get to like go through their content, and sometimes I learn a ton and I actually make new friends. So join groups on LinkedIn or Facebook can be super helpful to alleviate some of that isolation and loneliness, right? So if you're seeing the common theme, it's reaching out just like you would do networking face-to-face or joining new groups, but you're doing it virtually. You're using the social media platforms. So number 2 on my list is getting active. So you're like, well, how does that help? Well, I've noticed over the past few weeks, Instagram Live has often like workout sessions. So I know I'm obsessed with SoulCycle. I love SoulCycle. I know that they have like posts, and some of the teachers come online and they do like workouts. My boxing gym does Zoom workouts, so I've been joining them, and I get so excited to see people from my class during the Zoom workouts. So start working out virtually. I thought it'd be weird, I'd be uncomfortable, but I felt so connected to my boxing coach that I was just so happy to see her face. And she actually, instead of like watching us, was doing the workout. It was really engaging. I felt connected, and in those moments, that's what counts. So, SoulCycle does it. I know my gym. I know a ton of my friends' gyms are doing online classes. Also, if like you're into yoga, there is individual teachers reaching out with yoga videos, virtual sessions, live sessions. I think it's Core Power Yoga too. They're having, I think it's $20 a month for like free unlimited. Free, like unlimited classes online. I think I might do that too, because I do love Core Power Yoga. So get active, get out, right? You know what you can do too with the get active is find an accountability or a workout buddy, and then send them your workouts and they send you yours, and you check in with each other. So that's a great way to kind of get engaged and keep each other on top of it. So you're like, did you work out today? Or did you do this? Or, hey, I'm going to go to this class. Are you coming? Even though it sounds silly, it's funny to say. And then you get excited when you see each other virtually in the classes. Okay, so number 3. Play video games. Totally not into video games. But if you get a chance, start playing video games with your friends or joining online groups. Gaming is a great way to virtually connect. And, it's strategy building, problem solving. And some of these games are awesome, like, Minecraft, or I don't even know what I'm talking about because I know nothing about video games. Roblox, I think, but I think those are for younger. So don't quote me on that, but those are great ways to stay connected. So if you're a fan of video games, jump on it. You can play with your family, your friends, right? So it's a great way to stay connected, and you're actually doing something together. Okay, challenge. So the next strategy I have is planning a virtual party or an event. It could be book club. It could be having a cook-off, having, what else could you do? Knitting club. I heard about that. A knitting club I thought was that was creative. It could be, obviously I love my wine, a wine club. So plan an event. Get excited about it. Invite people, make it themed. Maybe people have to dress up when they show up to the party. So a virtual event where you add background, scenery, dress up, make it the real, get as creative and imaginative as you can to make it fun. But also the planning part gets you away from feeling isolated and lonely. Next, explore different spaces in your house. So why would that help with isolation and loneliness? sometimes we just change our perception a little bit, it changes our whole mindset. So for me, I reorganized a room in our house to create a virtual office because I was going to harm my family. So in doing that, I created a new space for me, and I'm just in love with the space. And that just changed my mindset. I got excited to be in there. So that excitement got me distracted. So I didn't feel as isolated or lonely. So distractions are really important too. So find new spaces in your house, test them out, right? So I like that idea. Then next, journaling. I'm a huge component of journaling and reflecting. I write all my prayers and meditation strategies in a journal so I can go over them. So journaling is really important. Get those feelings out, explore, do some self-development. You know, the best way to work on yourself is journaling. Next, so my friends have done this. 2 of my best friends actually have done this, so I might copy them. Adopt a puppy, right? Adopt a dog, adopt a cat. If you're able to do that, having furry friends at home really helps. You know, just petting them is relaxing and you feel connected, and they love you unconditionally and it keeps you busy. So why not? Adopt a puppy, adopt a cat, get a furry friend. Another one was meditating. So you're like, well, how does that help with loneliness and isolation? When you're able to feel grounded and connected with yourself, it really helps you take away that isolation and loneliness. So meditation is a great tool. I use Insight Timer and I try to meditate once a day. I'm still even trying to learn to meditate. To clear my mind takes so much, but I love the apps because they have guided meditation, they have courses, and I love this guy David G on Insight. If you have this app, he is the most amazing person to listen to. He's calming. I just get so excited when I hear him and I feel connected. So even though that might seem silly, hearing people's voices, walking through guided meditation can really help with isolation and loneliness. And then you get to message them or comment, and you're in an online community of positivity, groundedness, support. So big fan of Insight Timer. So then last but not least, the one thing I want to talk about is if you're feeling extremely lonely, depressed, anxious, teletherapy. So doing online therapy, over the phone therapy is super important for your mental wellness. So I'd look into that if you really need that extra resources. So in closing for today, I'd like us to go back to that activity I assigned you yesterday. So if you haven't done it yet, please pause the video and complete the activity. And then when you're done with the activity, unpause and we can share each other's answers. So take a minute and write down as many things that bring you joy. Simple things, nothing complicated. So take a minute, think of all the things that bring you joy. Close your eyes, visualize it, be with it, and then write everything down, okay? And after you've completed it, you can unpause the video. So everyone, take a minute and pause the video, write your list. Okay, so now that you have your list, it's really important that you share with your friends, with me. Comment below in the section, send me a message. But I'm going to share some of the things that bring me joy and take me away from loneliness and isolation. So number 1 is the birds chirping. I talked about it yesterday. I love it. It brings me insta joy. Also, we have a church near our house that the church bells go off. It's just like so serene. I love it. When I'm walking in my neighborhood, I feel so connected to my community. I live in a little neighborhood, and it just means the world to me. So that makes me really happy. What do I have? Thunderstorms. Love thunderstorms. My daughter has a huge bay window, and when there's big thunderstorms, we just sit there and watch them. Brings me so much joy to just listen to the rain, watch the lightning, and hear the thunder. So that's another thing that brings me joy. Meditating, cooking, taking walks with my family, memes and gifts bring me a lot of joy, and funny animal videos. So with that said, now it's up to you. Share your list with me, with a friend, but let's start talking about what brings us sparks of joy, because that helps a ton with loneliness and isolation. So thank you for being with me today. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks. Okay, bye.